Are you expecting an important phone call or something, James?
I'm just on edge. Why? Can I be on edge?
I'm asking because you've been on your phone since I got here like an hour and a half ago. What is going on?
Here's the deal. The Milwaukee Brewers are in the playoffs. Playing the Los Angeles Dodgers right this second.
Yep.
As we're recording, we don't stop for anything on this show. So we're recording while the game's happening. And I'm sorry, Kevin, but I'm going to be updating the updates as we're recording. That's just how it's going to be.
You're the modern day version of like a 50s newsy kid who's just like off to the side when he should be selling newspapers saying extra, extra, read all about it. You're just like, it's sort of unprofessional, but it is kind of charming. But I'm going to stop you right here, James.
Why?
Because I got news for you. I got an extra, extra that you should read all about. We have a guest on our show.
What? Where? When?
Tonight, we dine with Joseph Dhein. He is sitting to my left and sitting directly in front of you. You would have noticed that had you not been on your phone.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a little preoccupied with the Brewers. Joseph, Joey?
What do you prefer?
J-Dog? What do you prefer?
Definitely not J-Dog.
Definitely not J-Dog.
Striking it.
Noted. All right,
Striking it.
Good.
And it depends on how good of friends you are.
That's right.
Okay.
Joe is good when you're good friends, so you guys need to call me Joseph.
Joseph it
Right,
is.
cool. Joseph it
Joe,
is, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm calling you Joe, and there's nothing you can do about it. Welcome to the show, Joe. Joe has listened to this show before, and all you need to do to get on our show is just say, hey, I want to be on your show, and then buy a ticket to Los Angeles on your own dime, and then come here, and then we'll let you on the show.
And bribe the host to playoff tickets.
And bribe the hosts with playoff tickets to a Brewers-Dodgers game, which we did, and we went to yesterday, and it was a lot of fun, guys. Go Brewers. Welcome to Trailer Hitch.
Welcome
Joe.
to Trailer Hitch.
You guys are creeping me out.
Okay. Let's on with the show. How about that?
You can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Turn the lights, grab a seat, pour yourselves a whiskey neat. It's time to judge the shit out of these future releases by the movie trailers. We're Trailer Hitch. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're Trailer Hitch.
So, Kevin.
Yeah.
We usually do a kind of segment when we have guests on the show. And today's no other exception to that rule, I don't think.
That's true. I mean, before we get into this, we should let anyone listening know this is Trailer Hitch. I'm Kevin.
Oh my god, I can't believe I skipped all that. I'm James.
Yep. We're joined by Joseph Dhein, and we here at Trailer Hitch rate and review movie trailers. We rate them on a scale of need to see more, or never need to see. If James and I both like a movie, we celebrate, we go, we see that movie, report back to you guys in a segment called Trailer in the Rear View, where we look at the trailer in retrospect, the movie too, compare, contrast them, let you know our thoughts.
Thoughts and junk.
But
Yeah.
with Joseph Dhein here, we are going to do a segment. You're right. We're going to jump right into that now, James.
That was a hell of a segue.
Unfortunately, even though you did bribe us with tickets, even though you flew all the way out to LA, we do still have to do what's called the trailer park application. Every guest has to go through it. Admittedly, should we have done this before you've flown out? Yes.
Maybe.
But unfortunately, this is the breaks right now.
Yeah,
so,
it's not like we're professionals or anything.
So here's what's going to go down, Joseph. We're going to go through a series of questions with you, get your answers. It's more or less an interview process. Don't worry, just answer them as honestly as you can, and let us know your thoughts. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Excellent. Cool.
All right, so first things first. Do you like Trailer Hitch?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a good start.
Hey, out of the way. Okay. You've made it to the next one.
Yeah.
Which is, do you have a trailer you saw recently you really liked? Hint, the answer should be yes.
Yes, I do.
What is it?
I wasn't sure if there was a follow-up.
There's a two.
Now
Yeah.
you're making me think to which one I was talking about. Actually, I really liked the trailer for Overlord.
Now, if
Legit?
listeners can't remember, that is the Nazi zombie one,
Yes.
right? Kevin and I talked about it on the show briefly. I really liked it. I was excited when you told me you saw it and were really into it, because I'm like, yeah, I think more people would be into this.
I've killed my fair share on Call of Duty of Nazi zombies. So
Nazis and zombies.
Nazis, zombies, and
And
Nazi
Nazi
zombies.
zombies, yeah,
So
of course.
I'm ready for it in movie form.
All right, that's
Not
perfect.
that joke one that came out a couple years ago.
Right, yeah.
Dead
This
Snow.
is the real one. This is the real zombie Nazis. If James was a Pokemon, what would that Pokemon be?
Oh, great.
Try and stick with Generation 1s, because I don't know anything other than those.
That's good because those are my expertise.
That's your forte?
I'm going to go with Jigglypuff. Not
God
because...
damn it.
I see
What would
that.
you-
Because
would
I
you
have
rather
because
be?
I have a lovely singing voice. That's what it is.
Well, that, you do sing every opening credit song to every show that you watch.
That is accurate. Yeah.
And when you get drunk, your cheeks turn pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff.
That's fair.
Perfect. That was really good.
No, that is good.
Man, I did not expect an answer that well thought out.
All right, so now I have to ask, if I, Kevin, were a Pokemon, what kind of Pokemon would I be?
Well, I don't know you as well as I know James.
That's totally fair.
Let's go
But
with
I'm
my
gonna-
pure
I'm gonna go-
appearance here.
I'm going to go with one just to piss James off. Mewtwo.
Fuck yes. I am so stoked.
I don't care. Mewtwo's evil. So, I don't
But he
No,
becomes
Mewtwo's
good.
awesome.
That's true.
He becomes
He
good.
becomes
true.
good, doesn't
that's,
he?
That's true.
After he
So
kills
Kevin,
Ash.
you were made in a lab.
Spoiler
We all understand that. Okay,
Goddamn
so
right I was.
next question, Joe. Have you ever worked in automotive repair, auto retail, or really anything involving automobiles?
Do buses count?
Yes.
I worked for a summer cleaning buses.
Oh, word.
I'll count it.
Yeah.
I'll clean this trailer hitch up.
Oh,
There you go.
Very well
there you
done.
go.
Okay.
We were looking for something that would help us with our auto puns. And
If
right there,
anything-
you have
If
proven.
anything, we need more puns in this show. Okay.
You can hit this next one, man.
Oh man, it's James after James here. Have you ever taken umbrage with anything James has said on the podcast before?
Not to my recollection, except for using the word umbrage, because it reminds me of Harry Potter, and I hate that bee.
Dolores Umbridge.
I hate that bee.
Look, I didn't write these questions. Kevin did, so let's blame
But you
him.
read it.
That's very true. Hey, Kevin, you want to read the next question?
Sure. Have you ever disagreed
Oh,
with
you son of a
anything
bitch.
Kevin has said on the podcast?
He switched it up on me.
See? He's good. I like him, I like him
It's
better
his
more.
word.
It's Mewtwo. It's my Mewtwo
yeah,
coming
it's a Mewtwo
through.
thing.
Not to my recollection. Again, it's...
Good answer.
Yeah.
No, yeah. If there's nothing, don't search your brain.
I'll-
for
I
it.
know we
I'm
shouldn't.
sure I could find something.
No,
I'll watch some episodes.
Moving
Listen,
moving
I know
on.
we shouldn't be saying this, but you're killing this so
Yeah.
far.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
go.
up. All right. With Halloween quickly approaching, what are your thoughts on The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for this, but
Do
I
it.
do not like it.
That's
Not
fine.
a fan.
Totally fair.
We're okay with
I like
having
the
opinions on this
concept
show.
of it, but I just don't like I like the animation, I like the whatever else, but I don't like the story of it. Like,
Okay.
It's just stick to Halloween. Who cares about Christmas?
That's the whole message of the No, it's fine. Okay, moving on.
Don't
All right.
toy with
Look,
it.
I can agree to disagree with it. That's
Toy with-
fine.
toy with it.
God damn, he's killing the pun game. What's a movie you could watch on repeat for an entire day and not get bored?
Because I've done it. Holes.
We have literally watched Holes in your visit out here.
Yes, we
in the
have.
last week. Okay, so I
But
can attest to that.
When
Yeah.
my internet's not working, I put Holes in and fall asleep to it, and I wake up to the menu screen.
Oh,
song,
that loop?
And then
Fuck
I
yeah.
just go play it. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a good one. I like that one. What is one thing you would love to see out of Trailer Hitch? And by see, I mean also hear.
As James, I have discussed with you before,
Yes.
the YouTube,
Which is
great.
done, baby.
Meh. It's not done. You can put some more stuff in there.
Okay.
Put
All
some
right.
pictures. I know.
Okay.
More
I mean-
production value, you mean?
I know you guys are busy.
I have thought about it in the
It's-
past.
I know it's a lot of work.
It is more work.
but it's not working for you two.
I'm not prepared to say it's a lot of work, but it is more work than we currently do.
Sure,
Okay.
This is a trivia question. It's
Oh, sure.
because we definitely weren't struggling to think of 10 questions.
Yeah, we
or
never
anything.
do.
When dialing internationally in the
Oh,
United States,
internationally, okay.
you must first press a 3-digit code before entering a foreign phone number. What are those 3 digits?
I have no clue. I know it's like 0 something. No, it starts with a 0.
We actually don't know either. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
going to make a phone call, and we're just hoping you could help us out. It's no big deal.
This is the final question, Joe. This is the big one, okay? How are you enjoying your whiskey?
Well,
You were supposed to adapt the question
But
to
I
what they
didn't.
were
I
drinking.
read it. I read the question verbatim off the sheet. Apologies. What are you actually drinking, Joe?
in all honesty, I'm drinking a 40 of High Life right now.
That's amazing.
And it's not duct taped to my hand, which
So it could be better, is what you're
could
saying.
be worse. Edward 40 hands is not a good game to play with it. High Life, trust me, I've done it.
Okay, great.
right, cool.
Shall we confer?
Yep, we're going to confer. All
right,
right,
great.
so James and I, we're going to talk it over. We're going to leave you alone with the mic. Say whatever, say nothing. Do you? We will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Yep.
I can't believe they left me alone with the microphone.
Wait, where'd he go?
Oh, they're back already. That was quick.
Were you getting another drink?
No. By no, I mean yes.
So, welcome to Trailer Hitch.
Yeah, you did it!
Why play this out any longer than it needs to?
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everyone.
We did it.
And let's start talking about movie trailers. How about that?
That's what we're here for.
We're actually going. We do have some trailers lined up for everyone. We have the teaser trailer of Aladdin.
Yep.
The live-action Disney adaptation Aladdin. Then we're gonna get into our main drags with a Pet Semetary trailer for the horror Stephen King remake.
Wham, wham.
Wham wham. And then finally to wrap things up is the new
Miss
movie
Bala.
starring
Miss Bala.
Starring Miss Bala.
Nope, it's
No.
Gina Rodriguez.
Gina
starring
Rodriguez.
as Miss Bala.
Miss Bala. It's
The
a movie
movie's
called Miss Bala, starring Gina Rodriguez.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that one too. But first,
First, I mean, let's get into these Arabian Nights, right?
I think
and
so.
Arabian Days.
Lies far within. The diamond in the rough.
What's the next line in that song? You're my Disney guy. Help me out here.
more often than not, something and fought in torturous ways. I don't know. Should we talk about Aladdin?
Sure.
Cool.
So we're in the teaser trailer showroom, right?
We are in the teaser trailer showroom.
We, the three of us, we stroll in. Basically, we're taking a look at this little sticker in this here trailer, taking a look at its miles per gallon. We're taking a look at what kind of features it has. We're going to let you know what we're thinking, what we're feeling. And today, we happen to be looking at Aladdin.
Yeah,
So
we're going to judge the shit out of it.
yes. So this is directed by Guy Ritchie, written by the look of it, 6 people. That's too many. But, we have a pretty large cast. Will Smith. Fuck, he's still doing things.
As the genie, yeah.
As the genie. And so this trailer, for me, right now, is basically, as I think a lot of Disney teasers are these days, are really big into nostalgia.
Yeah. I'll just kind of give a rundown of what happens in the teaser. So we open on sand dunes, right? And that is where we get the music of Arabian Nights, the
Right.
song. We also get a silhouette of the parrot, Iago,
Yeah.
flying. And then we kind of see actually Iago soaring closer to the Cave of Wonders. We hear the voice of the Cave of Wonders, which sounds excellent. It sounds just like the cartoon. Probably the same voice actor, I'd imagine. We see the silhouette of presumably Jafar.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the first scoundrel's guy name that he suckered into going into.
Let's call him Dale.
Dale.
Dale's there.
Sounds real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds real.
And so then we go right from there to the music cue going more into A Friend Like Me from the cartoon.
Right.
And then it gets a little bit faster. We see a couple more stuff from inside the Cave of Wonders. Bada bing, bada boom. We got Aladdin reaching for the genie's lamp.
Yep.
And end teaser. And also the title of Aladdin is takes up a lot of time of it too. So, all right, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's bare bones. It is just here to give you a little teaser here.
Just to tease you.
Just to tease you a bit. How about we throw it to Joe to tell us what he thought of this one?
What you thinking?
I thought it looked cool. I'm definitely. I mean, I know you guys aren't going to do this, but I'm going to see it no matter what because.
No, like we say that every once in a while too. You know, especially when something
even if the real trailer comes out and it looks like crap.
Yeah,
I'm still going to go see it.
Sure.
Because they kicked ass with Jungle Book.
Jungle Book was really solid.
It was.
The animation was amazing in Jungle Book. I can't get over that. My question though is, why did the parrot look old as hell? Like he looked like he was bones.
He was a malnourished parrot. Yeah, I mean,
In the cartoon, wasn't he kind of like chubby?
Yeah, it's a different characterization. It's fine.
So they're going darker.
Maybe it goes. You got a different voice, so you go different look to him.
Fair enough.
Who knows?
That could be it. Yeah.
It could be it. Also, we didn't get a good look at him. It could change.
It was just him flying. Yeah. I mean,
fair enough, but he still looked old. He looked like.
He does look pretty
He looked
tattered.
like a skeleton.
Weather worn, I would say.
Which probably is more accurate than the cartoon was.
I will agree. It definitely seems like it is going a bit more realism with this.
Yeah,
go of
I
it.
would agree with that.
More
too.
real than cartoon, yes.
The live action version, yes, that makes sense. Kevin, overall thoughts for you?
I mean, like right now, it is effectively just going for nostalgia, 100%, and
like you said, though. That's basically
kind of
Disney teasers in a nutshell.
Yeah, and I mean, it does seem like they are going for... I don't want to go as far as to say gritty, but like kind of like what they did with the Jungle Book, which was like a bit more realism attached to the property, and it doesn't feel like this is going to necessarily be a light and breezy adaptation of it.
No,
and, like they definitely seem like they're going a little bit more darker. I mean, quite literally. I mean, like this thing is pretty fucking dark to look at.
I think knowing Guy Ritchie's attached, knowing the source cartoon very well, it's very colorful. I think it's going to be filled with a lot of energy and excitement and fun. But like you guys said, I don't necessarily get that from this teaser. This teaser is all nostalgia and pretty dark-ish, yeah. But I liked it. I mean, Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie. It always has been. So I'm really pumped for this one. But I have not much to say about it. It's teasing me. Consider me teased. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
So you're anticipating it being going more lighter, like lightening back up?
Oh,
easier?
I think compared to what we just saw, yes, I totally think it'll lighten up, especially when you're dealing with a genie. Like, obviously they're not going to go like full Robin Williams with it.
Right.
They'll do. Will Smith will do his own thing, but you gotta have he's a comedian. Like,
yes,
the genie is a comedian.
I would like it if they kept it for our generation, like when the movie came out originally, and made it older, made it for like us to watch it again and have it be darker, but it can still
be
right, but
yes.
with still jokes. But I like the way it looked. I like that it was dark. I think they could go real dark with it if they wanted.
Yeah.
to.
And like you said, I think Jungle Book is a good comparison. There are moments of Jungle Book that got really dark, especially when you were talking about Shere Khan, the tiger.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of aspects of that
But there
movie
was
that
also
were really fun.
Bill Murray singing a song.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
And it's really, it was really fun.
Anytime you can get Bill Murray in anything, just get him in there.
Okay, great. So that is our teaser showroom today, guys. I don't have anything else. I just wanted to focus.
There are other teasers that we could be looking at here. There are other things that we could be sticking our noses in. I don't feel like we have to, though. We already got our fill with Aladdin.
That's right.
I have one question though.
I will hopefully have an answer for you.
Who's playing the carpet?
Who is playing the carpet?
Does the carpet even talk?
In the cartoon, the carpet doesn't talk. No, it's essentially a miming character. So in this movie, it'll 100% just be
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray for carpet.
A CGI Bill Murray.
Just Bill Murray's just credited as the carpet. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't even need to be in it. I don't care.
just credit him on there so you can throw him on the posters. And
Have him be the secret weapon for all of these Disney live action movies.
I mean, whether or not they're done filming this, They need to go back to the drawing board if they don't have Bill Murray as the flying
They don't
carpet.
even need to go refilm it. They just have him voice act one little thing, like, stop or something like that.
Or how
He's
about-
like,
No, give him the mocap suit. Make him do all of the movements of
I want the
carpet.
mocap suit, but I also want him voicing Carpet, who, like I said, doesn't talk, but does make carpet noises like...
talk about voice acting.
And and no one can tell it's Bill Murray, but we know. Shall we move on to the next part of our episode, guys?
Let's do this.
Let's go into the main drag. Now,
Yep.
Joe, I assume you're familiar because you
Yes.
like the show. Main drag is when we really take a closer look at these trailers that came out
We're giving these
and
ratings.
give them a hell of a good rating or a hell of a bad rating, depending on how we feel about them. So, Kevin, what is first on the docket?
Well, first, I say we dig up Pet Cemetery.
There's no good that you can find.
No,
in
there's
that.
no need to dig up. They dig themselves up. Do you not remember the original?
I haven't seen the trailer,
Nor
so
have
no.
The original!
Oh, I haven't seen the original. Now, you give me some knowledge. We're gonna get that knowledge as soon as we start talking about this trailer.
All right, I'll hold it.
It was a myth. Kids used to dare each other to go into the woods at night. They knew the power of that place. They feared it. Those woods belong to something else.
All right, we're gonna take a look and see if this trailer was perfect. This is Pet Cemetery, directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Weidmeyer. They're for him, so I'm real sorry if I butchered those. Starring Jason Clarke, Amy Seimetz, John Lithgow. Our random shout out. We here at Trailer Hitch, we like to give random shout outs to lesser known cast members. Because the top billed people, they tend to hog all the credit.
That's right.
So I'm going to shout out Lou Ferrando, who plays kid number 5. Hey, Lou. Good job being a kid, bud.
Good job, future Lou Ferrigno.
Good job being creepy.
Yes, yeah.
Is it the creepy kid?
I'm,
in it? I don't know.
I would have
I'm
to assume
assuming
so.
It's one of those kids in the masks.
Yes.
All
yes.
right. That's a fair assumption, I think.
So yeah, I mean, like, just in brief summation, we have this family moves out to kind of like a smaller community that are out in the woods. They get to their new house, and it's
Just
like
say it. It's the middle of fucking nowhere.
it's the middle.
Definitely not Boston.
It's the middle. I was about to say it was like it's definitely not Boston. The daughter gets out and looks at the house, and like there's at least some part of her that's like, God damn it. I was in walking distance of like 5 super cool things at the old place. Yeah. But yeah,
5 Starbucks. I hated 3 of them, but I was in walking distance of 5.
And then all of a sudden, the tone sort of changes. Now, all of a sudden, those woods seem a bit more oppressive, a bit more scary.
Definitely all of a sudden, because
Yes.
it's just a jump scare of a truck coming through.
Right.
That's your cue change of tone, I think.
And speaking of, you have like this snare drum being hit, and that's serving as your score. And it's like, oh, that's kind of creepy and like off kilter. I'm
Yeah.
sort of digging that.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you get these kids running around in masks. They have like this little marching band going around, and you see, oh, it turns out the sound was diegetic. This kid was actually hitting this drum.
Even scarier than what you said, running around. No, they're not running.
No, you're
They're
right.
walking through the woods, which is creepy, wearing different animal masks, which is even creepier, drumming to the snare drum and marching to the snare drum. It's creepy as shit.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we get John Lithgow kind of warning at least Jason Clarke's character, but maybe the family writ large, like, just a heads up, there's some shit that goes down out there, and dead is just better off dead. Good luck!
Yep.
And
he was definitely able to pinpoint it for them a little bit more. He said, it's in the ground.
yeah.
There's something in
Oh,
the ground,
okay.
and it's not worms.
God, it's not worms, and it's not, Yeah.
And it's certainly not your cat, because that cat's fucking alive now, and it's just staring at you creepily on the fucking
Look,
road.
we don't know whose cat it is. It's a cat.
It's a cat,
in
yes.
terms of the trailer, like, right? Because that wasn't the family's cat, was it?
It looks almost as ragged as the
Iago the parrot.
yeah. Thank you. The name.
I would like to dive right in and say
Please.
the thing I liked most about this trailer, which is the music, which you said gets kicked off by that awesome snare drum.
Yeah.
And it very obviously is childlike right from the get-go, and then we see the creepy child playing it while, walking slowly through the woods.
Possibly kid number 5.
Yeah, and then the trailer...
I hope that's the one.
And then the trailer keeps adding to the snare drum. The snare drum never goes away. It's always, there, but they keep bringing in other sound effects or other kind of music cues to kind of build this symphony of creepiness, as it were, in this trailer. And it's something that a lot of trailers are starting to adopt, this kind of technique in terms of audio editing.
Yeah.
I find it awesome, and I wish there was like a term for that so we could have a shorthand of what that's called.
What's that band that did that like as a live show, like
Stomp, baby.
Yeah.
We'll just call it stomping the trailer.
They're stomping the trailer.
There
I
you
like
go.
it.
So stomping the trailer is a new thing in trailers, and I fucking love it.
just-
Much as I love stomp.
We just Websterized that word right now.
So that's my favorite thing from the trailer.
Same.
The cat's really good. John Lithgow's voiceover's really fitting. Did you guys have other things than those that you really enjoyed out of it?
Well, I'm gonna spoiler alert this one, not really. I'm the only one that has seen the original.
Yeah.
I have not seen the original. I have not read the book.
Who reads nowadays? Anyways? Especially when you got 2 movies to pick from.
Books are for nerds. Definitely, we all know it, of course.
But it seems like, as far as any older scary movie goes, they're kind of corny, cheesy. This one seems a lot scarier. You're going to check your back seat when you get out to your car. It's scary.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with a
Kid.
topic that
Kids are creepy.
well, a topic that could be as weird as this.
Right.
Like, this could come across as weird and just like goofy.
What I kind of dig
But-
about the tone is it seems like it fits in this really interesting middle ground between basically what's referred to as hipster horror. So like Hereditary and The Witch and like those more kind of like atmospheric driven horror movies with kind of like the dick punching effect of like most contemporary horror of like we get like the truck jump scare or whatever.
I hope there's a lot more of that.
And but it does seem like this trailer is playing in this really interesting middle ground between the two. And what I kind of like about it is it's kind of taking the best aspects of both of those styles of horror and meshing them together.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, I saw that as well. I wasn't able to formulate them into words
Because you're
from
too
my
distracted.
mouth, but
Too distracted.
because I'm too distracted by the Brewer game, which live update right now. It's bottom of the 9th, still tied 1-1, and
many outs?
there's 2 outs.
Oh, shit.
And so we just need to strike this guy out, and then
we're going to overtime.
and then they're going to extra innings.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
cool.
that's what it's called.
Now find a way to work
Knock
this
on wood, of course.
Find a way to work this into Pet Semetary.
Okay.
Woods. You said
Animals,
knock on wood.
knock on wood for the woods. Balls, pets like chasing balls sometimes.
Where was
maybe.
was the editor of that kid's sign? He spelled cemetery wrong. But I do like that they spelled it wrong as the movie too.
Consistent?
I was-
yeah.
I was wondering-
They're
I was
nothing
like-
if not consistent.
I was trying to figure out when I saw the name. I was like, it's Pet Semetary, not cemetery. I mean, it sounds the same. Like
It sounds the
I can't
same,
blame
yeah.
the kid for spelling it wrong.
yeah.
But
It adds the child, the innocence, I guess, to it.
Yeah, innocence in quotes. I
wondering
mean,
where-
this
where it was
motherfucker
coming
is a
from.
mask. But I think what's really cool, which we haven't touched on yet, I really liked that effectively the title card of the trailer is a shot in the movie itself.
I like that.
That is fucking awesome. And something
know
that I
The
realized.
sign.
Yeah,
At the
just
end.
the sign.
Yeah,
oh,
the sign.
Oh, and they really took their time to having it go
Push into it,
go
yeah,
center
yeah.
frame with it. So cool. Yeah.
And it's
Creepy as
interesting
fuck.
because like really that's not common at all in trailers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I was really happy to see it employed here.
Yeah, I'm a
It's
huge
almost
fan.
like the Peter Griffin. Oh, they said the name of the movie.
That's it.
Title of the movie.
But for trailers in the title card.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
That's the new Peter
How are they
Griffin.
going to work this in there?
Yeah. Things you didn't like? Anyone?
That damn girl. She sounded annoying already.
The mom or the daughter?
The daughter.
The daughter. Okay.
She got out of the car and she was already complaining, and I'm like, oh, geez.
But to be fair, like, I
I
don't
hope
blame
she
her.
dies.
To be fair, I don't blame her though. I mean, like, she one is accurately calling that this place is like it is just woods. Two, I mean, to add to her argument, those woods have a lot of really creepy kids in them. I mean,
Well,
granted,
she
she
didn't
doesn't
know- she
know
didn't
it.
know that yet.
She doesn't know that, but I mean,
did.
her instincts are correct.
Look,
Fair enough.
it's a Stephen King book. She might have ESP or something, and
ESPN.
just knew that.
That's
Yeah,
fair. It is
ESPN.
Stephen King.
Anyway,
You get your mind out of the game.
Yeah, I know. ESPN. By the way, we didn't strike that guy out. They got a man on base, so we're gonna try and strike this guy out. How about that? How about
Anyway.
that for an update, play-by-play? Speaking
play-by-play,
of
what do
children
you like?
playing in a cemetery, that was my lead-in.
Good.
There wasn't really anything that bothered me. Like I didn't find any of the characters obnoxious.
And like the characters.
And normally I don't like jump scares, but I thought the jump scare was effective in this trailer. They didn't overdo it in the trailer. It was pretty much just the truck, and then everything else was kind of in beat with the music, so it wasn't too surprising.
Yeah. I am curious how the truck kind of plays into it because they go to the truck again. There is a shot in the middle of the trailer where that truck pounds through. And as someone who's seen the original,
The truck does come back in, but
okay,
don't watch the original if you haven't yet, because this one looks better.
okay, all right, cool.
And you're gonna ruin it. And if you haven't seen it, you want to wait and watch this one, is my opinion.
Excellent tip.
All right,
Excellent
cool.
tip.
That's a good tip.
And
But also, there was no creepy kids, as far as I remember, in the original.
really interesting. Could it all be in the heads of the new housing owners? Maybe, I don't know.
The new tenants.
That's another word for it. Also, the Brewers got announced, or they're going into extra innings. Anyway,
Jesus
just wanted
Christ.
to update. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go first. This is a need to see it for me. Now, overall, it's because I said this multiple times on this podcast. I'm not a horror guy. Now, in terms of movies, I say that all the time, but I've been very impressed with horror movies lately. Like, super impressed. The It movie that came out last year
Set the bar high.
was really amazing. Like, it was scary, yes, but it was also like it was
Made
a
you
great
feel
coming of
entertaining.
age story, and it had humor mixed in. It had great like effects in it too. It was fantastic. And the Conjuring movies, I think, have really brought a new renaissance into horror. And Hereditary.
We'll skip that one.
Look.
I liked it.
Yeah, I know you did. Look, that's fine. It was a well-made movie. I will not take that away from it.
Yeah.
Definitely made me hate myself, though,
Okay.
for having seen it.
I think
Maybe
that's the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I'm ready to like give these movies shots, especially if they have a good trailer like that. Like that.
Totally.
That trailer had nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. So that's a need to see it.
Yeah. How about you?
I really liked the trailer. I saw the original, obviously, and I love going back and seeing the remakes of a lot of things to see the updated technology put to work.
Sure.
And how they can make it better. And I think this one's going to be way better than the first one.
Excellent. Okay.
And so I'm going to see it. And it's a need to see.
And it's a need to see it. All right. Well, Kevin, you keep your glass out of this.
Fuck,
Joe and I
okay.
are gonna cheers for a double need to see.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna sip this shit on my own because I'm totally also a need to see.
Now you
so-
Yeah, now you can join in. So that is a 3 times double need to sees for all of us for Pet Semetary.
It's a
And,
three-way.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a three-way.
There you go. Way to make it family friendly.
It's a three-way need to see.
That's right.
You turned it perverted.
So we are going to see this movie when it comes out.
Yes.
We're going to get back to you guys.
supposedly.
Whether
We'll see
Joe
when it
is in
comes
Los
out.
Angeles or not will determine if he's going to join us. But definitely write into the show, Joe, and let
Oh,
us
I
know
will.
what you
Yeah,
think.
please do.
And we can read it on the air for everyone so they know how you felt about it, how it compares to the original.
And I'm going to say this loud and clear. I will see it opening weekend.
Loud and proud. Loud and proud. Oh, he's throwing the gauntlet down, saying that Kevin and I should see it opening weekend.
Probably. Yeah.
Moving on, shall we, to the next trailer in the main drag.
Next up for us is Miss Bala.
Never heard of it.
I have a plan. I'm gonna come back for you.
Tell me lies. I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm not giving up on my family. La Bala. In the end, the bullet settles everything.
All right, you can't miss this. This is Miss Bala. It is directed by Catherine Hardwicke, starring Gina Rodriguez from Jane the Virgin fame, Annihilation.
She was fucking badass in Annihilation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie is also in this. Our random shout out. Oh, man, there's only like 4 people on IMDb. So I'm going to go with Daniela De La Faye, who plays Edgy Girl. Hey, Daniela, keep living on the edge,
Keep
bud.
living on the edge.
So Miss Bala is a remake of a 2011 or 12 Spanish movie.
Okay.
This is the English language remake.
First question.
Yeah.
Kevin, have you seen the original?
I have not, no.
Because Kevin's usually our quintessential foreign film guy. So
I'm the hipster whisperer.
a lot of
Fair enough.
This movie is about Gina Rodriguez plays a, I believe, like model or something to that effect.
something. I mean, I don't think they really specify.
Gina
what
Rodriguez comes from LA.
Yeah.
She gets into Mexico, Tijuana, and is like, man, I'm having such a fucking great time in this club. And her buddy or relative
or family
is like, we're family. And then all of a sudden dudes come in with machine guns, start shooting the place up.
Yep.
They kidnap her and
Yep.
are like, all right, bud, so we're going to effectively use you for our drug operation. So they have her smuggle money. They have her blow up a DEA safe house. And then the DEA gets a hold of her and is like, you blew up a DEA safe house. And she was like, I didn't fucking wanna.
Like, that's not cool.
And then they're like, well, now you gotta do shit for us. And so, like, we kind of have her stuck in the middle between these two organizations. They give us a title card that's like, plan every move. And we see Gina Rodriguez being trained in how to use an assault rifle.
Yep.
We see her kind of have some agency. Someone who she's running with gets pegged in the leg, and she's like, a boo? And then she turns around and goes and saves that guy.
It's
No, she
the
doesn't.
bad guy.
That's what
that's
it was.
bad guy?
Was it the bad guy?
He is like the guy from the beginning
The
who
lead.
forced her
Yep.
to blow up that safe house.
Hmm.
Like that was a huge moment when I was watching the trailer to go, oh wait, is this like a Stockholm syndrome type of thing where
Or is there a
or is she keeping her covered?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and see that's why okay, so when the first time I saw it, I had that question. I'm like, oh, is this like a Stockholm syndrome movie where she's like sort of falling for the guy? But then the trailer does a really good job of bringing in some sort of dialogue that she's playing both sides, or she could be playing both sides. So then this trailer evolves into something completely different, which is something very exciting of just this woman in the worst situation imaginable and taking it upon herself not to trust either side that says that they can help her.
And to basically be like, I'm gonna do this.
Forging her own path
Yeah.
the way through it. Fucking awesome. Because I thought when I first started watching the trailer, I was kind of nervous it was going to go down the same line as like your traditional revenge tale.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting kind of bored with those, from Peppermint.
Yeah.
Which the trailer itself wasn't bad, but the revenge stuff, it's like we've seen it before. It was Death Wish, it was Peppermint. We've seen that kind of thing. It's John Wick. Like, not that John Wick is bad, because it's not. It's fucking amazing. But the revenge thing is something we've seen a lot. You got to bring something new to the table, and I think this one did it.
Joe, what did you think of this?
I thought it was amazing going in not knowing what the hell it was to start off with.
Right, yeah.
It satisfied me. I liked it. Kept the tempo up the whole time. I'm really glad that you guys in Hollywood here didn't whitewash it.
we had to keep our grubby white mitts off
right.
of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was hard, but we did it.
And it's nice to see Papa Doc keeping some rolls up.
I don't know who that is, but
8
okay.
Mile, Papa Doc, what's his
Anthony
name?
Mackie
Yeah.
Oh,
from
See,
the.
I don't know.
he's in
I don't
eight.
know.
He's in 8 Mile.
Papa
Yeah.
Doc in 8 Mile.
Oh,
man.
I know him from the Marvel movies as
Of course you
Falcon,
do.
but
Go watch your Star Wars.
hey
James.
now. Okay, don't threaten me with a good time. The trailer gets into more montagey parts of the trailer
Yeah.
of her being more and more like a badass, being able to handle more and more things on its own, and then it basically ends with your, slow motion walk away badass pose with a gun type of thing with
Right.
some voiceover.
I really like when the gangster guy was showing her how to shoot the gun, to work the gun, said Bala, and said that's bullet, and Bala, what was it?
Bala, what does he say?
Bala-
Bullet means the end or
solves everything. or
solves
something
everything.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she said it again, and that gives you the context of where the name comes from.
Yeah.
Miss Bala, Miss Bullet,
Miss Bullet, yeah.
which
Pretty
makes her
badass.
sound like a badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I did. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because I really like the callback to that line. Like, I love him showing her how to shoot the gun. I love that whole part of the trailer, and I like that they called back to it. But the voiceover itself really sounded like it's probably not in the movie. It's like it's something they recorded just for the trailer. It seems kind of out of place to me. Gina Rodriguez, who's saying the line, isn't really saying it with any emotion other than
I have to say
other
this.
than confidence. Like, there's confidence there, there's badassness, but there's
Yeah.
not like it doesn't sound like it's from any part of the movie at all.
You kind of talking about how that line isn't really said with like a lot of aplomb or whatever. It's
Not a
like,
lot of
this
gusto.
This kind of seems like it was just taken from some part of the movie and was used to make like a more impactful trailer.
Yeah.
As a movie, as a concept, yeah, this seems fucking awesome.
Yeah.
As a trailer itself, like, it definitely seems like it's trying to cover a shitload of ground in 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it, like, gives me just, like, little dollops of, like, aspects of all of these aspects of the movie.
Okay.
And I kind of wish that, like, I'd gotten a little bit more of each, where it's like, okay, like, we're doing, like, the money running aspect. She plants that car bomb. Okay, cool. And then, like, next... like, I was kind of taken aback and was like, oh, okay, I guess the DEA also, like, kidnapped her at some... All right, fuck it, whatever.
Yep.
And then after that, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, now she's actively playing both sides. And that was the aspect that I found the most interesting, because as you said, it was the most unique. But it takes a while to get there.
It does take a bit.
Is this
to
the
get there.
first trailer?
This
It
was
was
the
the
first
first.
trailer. I've
Yeah.
never heard
So-
of this movie in my life.
So
until
now,
today.
on top of that, if you saw it as what James was saying earlier, as the typical revenge movie,
tale, yeah.
would you want to go see the second trailer? Aside from that being what you guys do here.
Yeah, that's kind of our shtick. And that is a good question, but I don't...
Meaning that I feel like they had to throw everything in there so you knew what the basic thing is, and then maybe they'll go in a little bit more of like, this is how far she has to go.
And I think what I'm getting at is I'm excited to see how far she has to go. I think I would have just liked each aspect to be fleshed up maybe like a little bit more.
Right.
Because again, it is a lot of ground covered in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And especially that transition from she's kidnapped by the drug cartel to effectively kidnapped by the DEA did kind of give me some
Blackmail.
which. Yeah, it was
Blackmail by-
blackmail.
yeah.
But it did kind of give me some whiplash that first time I watched the trailer.
Right. The one thing I'm really worried about is that you pretty much know what happens in the movie now.
And
Which is
that's a
interesting.
thing that we come across a lot of the time with movies like this, and it's like, how do you show this will be something different that you haven't seen before without showing,
Without
different
completely
aspects
playing
of
your
the
hand.
movie?
Yeah.
Or like, the thing that's really gonna sell people that, this isn't your average revenge tale, doesn't happen until an hour and a half into the film, and that might feel like you're revealing too much. But at the same time, if it gets people excited about it, it's hard. What I'm saying, you're right. You're totally right. I felt the same way
There's a
too.
fine line of how much you should show and
Yeah.
giving away, and how much you can show.
Yeah, and it's a hard line to ride. And what do you think? Do you think this trailer played their cards right amount, or did they kind of overplay their cards, or what do you think?
I feel like watching this trailer, I almost don't need to see the movie because I know what happens.
I think effectively have figured out the damned if you do, damned if you don't, because
Yeah.
it's like if you don't get into that, it's like, oh, it just kind of feels like every thriller.
Yeah.
So,
But
If that's the cost of getting excited about a more unique movie, sometimes I'm okay with paying it.
yeah, so here's the dirty little secret about me is even if I'm like flipping through the channels and I stop for a minute or two on like a Blue's Clues thing, they sucker me in like, all right, how do you figure this out? How do you do this? So by this trailer, yeah, I kind of know, I think I know what's going to happen.
yeah.
But I'm also interested in like, well, how the fuck do you do it? how do you double cross, triple cross,
Yep.
double stamp, whatever?
You can't double stamp a triple stamp. You can't
Right.
double stamp a triple stamp.
I'm glad you got that reference.
And I said it backwards, but we're moving on anyway. No, I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's an interesting case. The thing I loved about it was that aspect, which we've already covered, is sort of spoilery, and that carried the trailer for me. For the most part, though, I was just kind of meh with the trailer. That's just kind of how I felt about it.
I was very much in need to see more territory.
Yeah.
And like excited to see more and hope the best, because if this is a movie that can pull that off, where it's like, and bear in mind, I know full well a movie is going to be able to flesh out both sides, but at the same time, I am interested to see how she does play both sides and manipulate them and get it to a point where she effectively is able to fuck the both of them over, because that's super cool. But right now, with the trailer itself, its construction, definitely in kind of like how lackluster the action is seeming just based off of the trailer, I'm very much in a need to see more, but I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I need to see more.
And this is also a need to see more for me, if that wasn't already clear. That's the end of the main drag, guys.
Yeah.
Normally we'd say bye, but we have a new segment that we want to introduce to you guys that really involves Joe. What we wanted to do was talk about a movie that Kevin and I have both given a need to see it for before.
Yes.
But Kevin and I, look, let's be honest. We have a hard time getting around to see movies every once in a while.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to
That
lie
happens.
about it. So, we wanted to talk with Joe about a movie that we both gave a need to see it, that he has seen, but neither of us have seen. And this
He's doing the Lord's work.
This is the Lord's work here, and this is a new segment that we are calling Out of Town Driver. So, Joe, you are in the driver's seat of this segment.
Oh, boy.
We'll obviously, it'll be banter. Don't worry, I'm not.
I hope
just
you're giving me
letting
directions.
we got we got Google Maps here for us too. But what movie did you go see yesterday that Kevin and I both are still dying to go see?
Bad Times at the El Royale.
Bad Times at the. You just sound badass just saying it. It's just it just rolls off the tongue
That's
so
the
well.
feeling you get coming out of that movie. That's all I'm gonna
Okay,
say.
all right,
that's awesome.
excellent,
Okay.
excellent. So this movie just came out, 4
days ago for us.
This
5
is
days ago
this
for
is the past opening weekend.
Yeah.
So look, you didn't give Kevin and I a whole lot of time to go see this movie, but
But you still had fucking time.
you
guys.
exactly what I
We
was gonna say.
did.
So tell us a little bit about this movie. Tell us about. Do you remember the trailer at all?
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and I saw it a couple times because I watched it with some people at work.
Okay.
But I didn't go into detail about looking at it like I did here with you guys. It got my attention, and I said, I'm going to go see that movie eventually.
Yeah.
And then you guys came up with the opportunity, and I'm like, well, I'll go see that movie now.
Yep.
And now I get to tell you guys how dumb you are for not seeing
And
it.
now here we are. Here we are, just making fun of the hosts of the show that allow you on.
Oh, yeah.
But the important thing is Bad Times at the El Royale, a good time.
It is a better time than the people had in the movie.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Look, yeah.
Say no more.
Look,
Wink, wink,
that's
nudge,
not,
nudge.
That's not a spoiler.
Not
It
a
looks
spoiler.
like those guys are having some bad times.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's in the fucking movie
It's
title.
It's the
aptly
title,
named.
yeah.
Um,
Now, something I'm curious about, because as someone who watched the trailer, James and I talked a bit about how specifically that first trailer gives away that Jeff Bridges is a priest. And we were like, I mean, we were smart
priest.
enough. Not a priest.
that he's
yeah.
not a priest.
Yeah,
correct,
we were smart enough to know that, like, well, of course he's fucking not a priest. But we were curious if that was played as, like, a big plot reveal within the movie itself. And if the trailer was spoiling stuff.
Because we didn't
And-
know it's an ensemble movie. So
Right.
so we know even if it is played for like a cool reveal, we know that the whole movie isn't just about Jeff Bridges, so maybe that's not too bad of a thing. But we want to know, like, and that's something we don't mind if you,
Yeah.
because obviously it's in the
Because I mean,
trailer.
saying whether or not, like, oh yeah, they really were playing that up
Yeah.
in the movie itself, that in and of itself isn't a spoiler.
No, going in knowing that he's not a priest is no way a spoiler at all.
So does that information apparent, like, let's say you never seen the trailer before, is that information revealed to you pretty early on?
Pretty early, yes.
Okay, then
so
I'm
now
cool
the
with it
other
then.
question that I have it's not a spoiler question. The director of this,
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, Goddard.
what else has he done?
Oh wow.
The Cabin in the Woods. Yep.
So
which I
not
liked.
knowing who the director was, I really thought it was Quentin Tarantino.
And
Interesting.
you know what? I think we did talk about that when we reviewed this trailer. How Tarantino-esque it felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would compare it to, what is that? One with Bruce Willis. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes, with the different stories.
Oh, see here.
Interesting.
This is
Now,
very
not
interesting.
different stories that happen all over the place, but it goes through everybody's story.
It's like chapters.
It's like
Yep, it goes
vignettes.
through,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it goes back in time to when they first showed up at the hotel.
Sure.
And then it shows their
Wow,
progression.
interesting.
That's a not come
Okay.
through in the trailer, but
And-
that is
but
really
also,
cool.
And it's,
how do
again,
you-
it's not a spoiler because
Yeah.
it doesn't. I mean,
Oh
that
no,
doesn't
no, no,
affect
no, no!
anything.
I don't feel that. I think that was a really cool thing to learn about it. And honestly, how would you promote that anyway? Has there ever been?
I don't think there.
Like
I don't
in
think you
Pulp
can.
Fiction, like for Pulp Fiction, that wasn't in the trailers
Nah.
for Pulp Fiction, right? You just
Like,
figure that shit
We're
out.
gonna fuck with time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that ain't a thing.
It's not a thing yet, but I'm Tarantinoing this. Very interesting because we got that vibe from the style alone, not knowing anything about the what's that called?
Like those
The actual-
structural.
The story
Yeah.
structure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. I actually
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
really
that was really
interesting.
cool to know. Obviously, you liked it.
I loved
it. That's not. Is it one of your favorite movies of the year so far?
Yeah, I would say so. I haven't seen that many movies this year, but mainly the movies I've seen were the Marvel movies. Because let's be honest, I don't have that much money, and when I go, I'm gonna make sure it's one that I like.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
haven't-
one that's
haven't been-
entertaining. To
Right.
You. Yeah.
One that I'm gonna get my money's worth out
Yeah.
of it. And yeah, I would say it's on par with one of my favorite movies for a long time.
Okay. Oh,
Cool.
excellent.
Really liked it.
Well, that's really great. Is there anything now? Again, not
I'm gonna avoid spoilers
Yeah.
because there can be a lot.
Not
so that's all
like
I'm gonna say about
if
spoilers.
you can just say, was there anything that you disliked about the movie?
It's a very mild spoiler.
Okay.
I can handle
I'm
those.
prepared. I'm a grown adult. I can.
Who-
Yeah.
Yeah, we're grown adults.
We're grown adults here.
Who now? I'm again bad with names. The pretty boy in the movie.
Chris Hemsworth.
John Hamm.
No, well, he is an attractive man.
He's a handsome man, and all of you can shut the hell up about it.
But Chris Hemsworth is
Yeah.
who I was going for.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a time in the movie that he has his shirt buttoned. And I felt very inadequate. And I didn't like it.
Joe.
I mean, it's fitting of his character. I
But
did not
you
appreciate
do
it.
spend
Joe.
your days walking up next to Zac Efron wax figures from the Wax Museum.
That's for a picture
Hang on.
opportunity. That's one time.
All right.
Joe, I think you look fucking great.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, yes.
There's that smoke
We're
going
all,
again.
no. We're all about body positivity here at
Oh
Trailer
yeah,
Hitch.
we're PC as fuck here. I don't know if you know that about here, but body positive on this show. Now, is this something that you will go see again? I'm curious about that.
I plan on buying the movie when it comes out, but I don't go see movies twice in theaters.
Oh, interesting.
I
Okay.
don't ever go see movies twice
Yeah,
in theaters
'cause-
unless I'm going with somebody that hasn't seen it and it's like part of what we're doing for the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't go see movies.
Okay,
twice.
cool. Well, that's good because that's part of kind of our review system when we review the movie is like, I'm gonna go see this movie again. It's like
If
should
you guys said let's go see it right now, I would go see it with you guys. Right
okay, all right,
Okay.
interesting. Anything to us about needing to see it? Just basically, you idiots should go see it, right?
Well, basically, now that you guys have sat here for however long this podcast is, you shouldn't listen to these idiots because they should have went and saw the movie as soon as it came out.
glowing recommendation for Trailer Hitch the podcast, everyone. and the hosts on it.
I think that
yeah.
translates to like a 3-star review on iTunes.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but All right, now are we good here? Were there any other movies that we hadn't
That
seen?
is all I have, sir. I can't give this one a review because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
And
but I mean,
after talking with you, I'm super pumped to still see
especially
it.
after that. Yes, now I definitely have to see it.
So if you guys don't see it in the next week and get back to me,
Yeah.
we're no longer friends.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Unless you have like some major plans. I know you guys work or whatever. But unless you have major plans for this upcoming weekend, you better go see it this weekend.
okay.
at least.
Deal.
that's fair.
Deal. That's about it, guys. I feel like we're ready to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Unless you have something to say, Joe.
You might as well do a double feature with Halloween coming up this weekend.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
So excited for Halloween.
And then top it off with some bad times.
Bad times at the Royale.
Bad times, too.
Bad times at the Halloween
Yep,
Hotel.
yep.
Something like that. It's late, guys.
Yeah, it's
We'll
like,
be able to contrive something.
all right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Last update of the night for the Brewers game. We're still in extra innings, guys. So
Seriously? Jesus
we're
fucking
about to go
Christ.
into the 11th or midway through the 11th inning.
So, oh shit.
All right. Well, let me know if something crazy happens. In the
I will
meantime,
do.
I am going to say thank you very much to Dan Schmitz from Lost in the Name for our awesome intro song. Thank you so much
Damn right.
to Casey Clowers for our bitchin' outro. Thank you so much to Jenny Hawks, our Bad Movie and social media correspondent.
amazing work.
Thank you again to Rachel Ashley for the amazing cover art that you can see on iTunes, on YouTube,
On her Instagram.
on her Instagram at Mighty Creations.
On that note, I expect a little caricature drawing of me for this episode. I don't know who you are, but get on it, please.
I mean, we
I
paid
love you.
dearly for that
Oh, you
privilege.
paid
Oh,
for it?
oh, sure, fucking did. Yeah.
We're commissioning artists here on
Yeah.
Oh, well
this
then
show.
see. Never mind. I'll just. Put
I
my-
can draw you.
I'll just put
Yeah,
my.
we
I'll
can
just put my
draw.
Bitmoji on there. Never mind.
I'll draw you like one of my French girls, Joe. How about that?
Ooh, you got a couch right over there.
All right, while you're updating me on that,
Yes.
while you're drawing Joe, I will also like to say thank you all so much for listening. You can listen to us on iTunes. You can listen to us on YouTube. Please feel free to find us on Facebook. Please feel free to find us at Twitter, at Trailer Hitch Pod. Feel free to find us on Instagram at Trailer Hitch Podcast. I think that's all the
That's
social
all the
media
stuff.
I
Yeah.
feel like I always miss a social media as I do these.
That's because there's a
but
billion of them.
so
But I
many.
think
Are you on Snapchat yet?
Not
we are.
yet.
Fuck.
What would you do on Snapchat?
No, well,
we would.
This is us waiting in line, guys.
We would just forward things from our Instagram, I think. But no, I think you crushed it. I think you got everything.
All right,
so that's
cool.
about it.
Well, hey, and the last and the most important thanks is to Joe Dhein for stopping in and fucking doing
Thank
the
you
show.
so much for being a part of the show, man.
Anytime I'm in LA, I will be on their podcast if you want me back.
If we'll allow it. That's
If you
right.
allow it after the jerk comments I made about
We'll,
you guys.
we'll,
You called me Mewtwo. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day and week and Halloween, holidays, year, whatever. I don't know. Bye.
Depending on when you're listening to this.
You can't mount holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Okay, another update for the Brewer game, guys. Still bottom of the 11th.
Okay.
Still 1-1. 1 out. Dodgers are up. That wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be.
Up to bat. They're not up in the score.
Dodgers are still up to bat. Thank you, Joe.
But he already said that it's the bottom of the
11th.
11th, so they should have known that if they know anything about baseball.
And it was tied.
I would be more than happy to start a baseball podcast, especially because I don't know a ton about baseball and just
That
like
would be
wing it.
entertaining. That would be like me on your podcast.
You did great.